It's the Daily Comedy News with your host, Mark Pires. Join us for breaking headlines and all kinds of comedy shenanigans. Brought to you by The Beat Seat.
Good morning, my friends. Welcome to day 1956 in a row of the MarkinsPires show. We are into it. We've got breaking news for you. Lots of stuff happening in the world. I really don't know what the story is, but we're going to get into it. Let's see. A few things I want to share. First and foremost, New York Jets. Brandin Echols Hellcat crash. Yeah, that's what it was. A Hellcat crash. Let's see if we can get this on the screen for you, or me on the screen. That'll do right there. Renee Wood's in the house. Welcome to the morning show. We're at it, guys. Let's see if we can talk about this. New York Jets, Brandin Echols Hellcat crash video surfaces. I didn't know anything about this, but I also don't watch the news. I just do the news, the comedy news. And star cornerback of the New York Jets, Brandin Echols, was involved in a high-speed crash while driving his Dodge Charger Hellcat. The driver he hit is now claiming he's partially paralyzed after his BMW X5 was launched over a guardrail by the NFL player. And not because he hit him with his body coming across the field, because he caught a catch in the fold, or whatever the hell they call it, the flank. And then, he turned around for a button hook. Hellcat, but no, this was a BMW X5 he's driving. We're gonna watch this footage here. Head over to YouTube, subscribe, turn on all notifications. Landing in a marsh, new footage of the wreck has surfaced, and it looks scary. Let's take a look at it right here. I already pulled this up for us, guys. Whoa. Whoa! Can we get another? Oh yeah, watch this. Clips him over the guardrail. Flipperoo. Learn how to drive. Right? That's the first thing I'm thinking there. Learn how to drive, Brandin Echols. Gosh almighty. Where was that, in Florida? No, in New Jersey. Not too far away from the practice complex in Florham Park, New Jersey. Again, it's not the New York Giants, New York Jets. It's the New Jersey Jets, New Jersey Giants. They're there with Hoffa's body. The force of the impact pushes the BMW against the guardrail and then over. What you don't see too well is the crossover flipped onto its roof in a marsh. Gilbert reportedly was trapped in the vehicle for about an hour until first responders could extricate him. Police reports state Gilbert suffered some broken ribs from the crash. More devastating, the man suffered no feeling or movement in both hands and his right leg that required spinal surgery. He apparently is still receiving medical treatments for the condition. Guys, I mean, that's not made up. You see what happened here. Look at this. That's straight out of a movie right there, right? Matt Zabrowski Zabrosk, hit us up, buddy. Hit us up. Woo-hoo! He did it. Matt Zabrowski did it. You got to give it to him. I'm breaking out of Clapper because no one's joining us over there. We're going to go over on TikTok. Guys, grandfather. Did you see about this? This is interesting stuff. Grandfather paid stranger $20 to watch his 7-year-old granddaughter. He went to the bar to get a couple drinks. And then a couple hours later, he reported his granddaughter had been kidnapped. You can't make this stuff up, guys. You really can't, even on the comedy news. So we're going to find out exactly what happened here. What the heck is going on over here? That's alrighty, Joanne. When you ask Joanne to do something and she doesn't, and then it's on you. It's on you. Daily life. There we go. We're going live. We're bringing people in from TikTok, hopefully. Anyway, grandfather, he paid the stranger $20 watching a 7-year-old, and then he goes to the bar to start drinking hard. Let's see how that developed. I think I told you already, but still. Deputies arrested a 50-year-old grandfather on suspicion of child endangerment after he reportedly gave $20 to an unknown homeless woman to take his 7-year-old granddaughter to a thrift store on Monday while he went into a Sacramento area bar. The grandfather on Tuesday remained in custody at the Sacramento County Jail. His bail amount is set at $75,000. His arraignment is scheduled for Wednesday morning or afternoon in Sacramento Superior Court. Along with the felony child endangerment charge, he faces misdemeanor charge of being drunk in public and a vehicle code infraction for allegedly driving with a suspended license. About 7:45 p.m. Monday, deputies were called to a bar's parking lot in the 5300 block of Auburn Boulevard in the Old Foothill Farms neighborhood. A neighborby had called 911 to report the grandfather was asking people for help because his 7-year-old granddaughter had been kidnapped. Because he went to the freaking bar, gave the homeless lady $20. Gosh almighty. He's been kidnapped for human trafficking. So he went from, hey lady, here's $20. Can you go and watch my kid, bring her to the thrift store? I'm going to the Sacramento bar, do a little drinking. To all of a sudden, my granddaughter's been trafficked. 2 hours later. Deputies arrived and spoke with the grandfather, who was highly intoxicated. Sheriffs officially announced that the deputies had given $20. He'd given $20 to an unknown homeless woman. Hey, lady, you want to go for a cool 20? Come here. I got a job for you. You see this 7-year-old? That's my granddaughter. I need you to take very good care of her. Here's a $20 bill. Take her to that thrift store over there. Spend like $19 on it. You take $1, all right? $19 on her, $1 for you, and go bring her to the thrift store, all right? I'm just going to go and grab a couple of, kamikazes. Over here, there's a bar. That's basically what we have here. Guy is a piece of garbage. Deputies obtained video from a nearby security camera that captured the woman leaving with the girl. She's like, yeah, I'll take your 20 and I'll take your child, see if I can sell the child. There's a guy, Hector, he said he's been looking for kids for the trafficking deal. Other sheriff's personnel were called to search for the missing girl. A sheriff's helicopter, aerial drones, and canine units were brought to the area to help with the search. About 30 minutes later, an unknown homeless woman heard the public address announcements from the helicopter and returned to the parking lot with the girl. Deputies said the woman confirmed the grandfather had given her money to take the child to the thrift store and that the grandfather was highly intoxicated. She told deputies that she did not think the grandfather could care for the girl. I'm homeless. I'm going to take care of that girl. The grandfather's drunk out of his freaking mind. He gave me 20 and told me to take her to a thrift store. You think I'm going to give that girl back to the old man who's a freaking creeper? He's at the bar right now drinking it out. Woman took the girl to her camp to get food. She's got a camp, guys. But she could care for him better than the grandfather. Drunkard. Sheriff's officials said the granddaughter was not in distress and she was medically cleared by paramedics at the scene. Deputies determined that the girl's aunt had full custody of the child because the grandfather's a freaking loon, But she had to go to work and had to ask the grandfather to care for his granddaughter. Bad move. Don't ask granddad to do it ever again. He's going to go to the bar and pay a Finsky to the homeless guy on the corner next time. He's going to say, it's a guy. Maybe he's better than the lady that I gave, my granddaughter to, who stole my granddaughter. But because I'm a piece of garbage, she's drunk out of his freaking mind at 57-year-old grandfather, right? 54. It's not a very old grandfather. I mean, he was 47 when his daughter had his first granddaughter. And he's out there drinking it out, passing off the kid. Deputies spoke with Child Protective Services and determined the girl could return home with her aunt. Deputies also consulted with detectives before they arrested the grandfather on child endangerment charge. Look, I think that was the right move. That was the right move. How's everybody doing on TikTok? Do me a favor, head to YouTube, subscribe, turn on all notifications. You can see the stories over my shoulder. We scroll the news here. There's no politics. And I'm trying my best to just read whatever's going on, breaking news on a daily basis, and make some comedy out of it. That's what we do. Blind man and his service dog kicked out of restaurant. You don't look blind. Gotta read it. I mean, this is just like discrimination at its fullest, right? This is when discrimination actually exists, okay? All the other stuff, I'm a zebra. No, you're not a zebra. Go back to school. You're an idiot. Basically, you're a confused idiot. A legally blind man and his service dog were threatened with arrest when they tried to go into a Seattle restaurant. Seattle. See, it's so inclusive that they won't allow a blind man to eat at their restaurant with their service dog. It probably says blind man, service dog for a blind man. On this, you know, they wear like that sweater, service dog sweater. He's got the service dog sweater. It says, I'm a service dog for a blind man. Out of the way, motherfucker. And then you're now not letting him eat? A legally blind TikToker shared that he and his guide dog were kicked out of a Seattle restaurant when a staff member didn't believe he was blind. I walked in with my guide dog, Mr. Maple, and immediately somebody rushed up to, excuse me, sir, no pets allowed, only service dogs, said Paul, who chronicles his adventures and his partner on a popular TikTok account, Matthew and Paul, which has more than 2.1 million followers. What in the freaking hell? I'm at 45,000. We can't get to 2.1 million. I'm doing the news on a daily, writing songs every day, 432 hertz. It's a healing frequency, people. It's okay, he's a service dog. He looked at me, he looked at Maple, and he said, emotional support dog? No, like a guide dog for the blind? I literally had this harness attached to him. Paul, oh no, I'm sorry, that's the guy who was being a chooch. I literally had this harness attached to him, Paul continued, referring to the words, guide dogs for the blind. Didn't I just say you had the sweater on? Oh, Mr. Maple, Mr. Maples. Hold on.
Out of a restaurant in Seattle. I walked in with my guide dog, Mr. Maple.
I had his voice dead on.
Somebody rushed up to me and said,
guys, I had his voice dead on. I had no idea I'd have his voice like dead on. I showed this to him. I said, I'm blind. Hold on, that's not exactly how it sounds. Matthew and Paul. I don't want to see the whole thing. Back to it. Here we go. No! Okay, I guess we can't watch twice. It's one of those weird things.
Said, no pets allowed, only service.
It said, no pets allowed, only service dogs. See, I'm nailing him. He said, you don't look blind. I said, a lot of people in the blind community still have some functional vision, sir. Did you see the leash? As Paul had previously explained in another TikTok, he has retinitis pigmentosa, which is a National Eye Institute causes the cells in the retina break down slowly over time, causing vision loss. He can see a small tunnel of vision surrounded by moving light, popping random colors, almost like fireworks. Paul shared that he tried to explain this at the restaurant, but the friggin' Magoo wouldn't listen. He said, you're looking right at me. I said, yes, but it's like I have a pinhole of vision. So I could see like that there's some piece of garbage, scumbag idiot right in front of me. I could see that, but that's all I can see. He said, listen, this isn't my first rodeo. All right. I've seen blind people before, and you don't look like you are a blind person. He literally said that. He said, this isn't my first rodeo. Again, this is all in the story, guys. You can see it on YouTube. Subscribe, turn on all notifications. X, Rumble, Twitch, freaking everything. D-Live, Face Dick. And what is going on out there that would lead this man to believe that I was lying? I'm holding a leash that says, service dog for the blind. My dog is Mr. Freaking Pickles. Mr. Maple. Mr. Maple. You wouldn't name your dog Mr. Maple unless Mr. Maple was a service dog. You don't call your dog Mr. anything unless they're a service dog. You have to give respect. Mr. Maples, I can't see the fridge. Go get me my bottle of water, dummy dog. It's probably a really nice dog, actually. I don't subscribe to his channel. Paul continued, he said, do you see any other dogs in this restaurant? I said, honestly, no, I'm blind. There could be, but I can't see anything. I'm freaking blind. I'm seeing pinholes everywhere I go. You tell me, are there other dogs in here? In your first rodeo? Tell me, take a look around. When Paul offered to come back with his dog's paperwork, he says he was told, if you step back into this restaurant with your stupid freaking Mr. Pickles, Mr. Maple, I'm going to call the police on you. We're having you arrested as a fake blind person. I'm speechless. I'm speechless. He continued in the video. He concluded with it, which at press time had 5.1 million views for this guy's 5.1 million views for him.
Dogs. I said, it's okay. He's a service dog. He looked at me. He looked at Maple. He said, emotional support dog. No, like a guide dog for the blind. I literally had this harness attached to him. I showed this to him. I said, I'm blind. He said, you don't look blind. And I said, a lot of people in the blind community still have some functional vision. He said, you're looking right at me. I said, yes, but it's like I have a pinhole of vision. It's all.
I just told you everything he said, and now we're listening to him. I should have just played you the video of him. It's not your first rodeo, he said. Anyway, when Paul offered to come back, we did that part. Service animals must be allowed into all areas of public and all areas of and places of public. The accommodation has to be made for the general public, all allowed. This includes dining and eating areas, which is a little gross, to be honest. You know, you're there, you're trying to eat, and now all of a sudden you got the fur from Mr. Pickles. You know, Mr. Maple. Paul declined to name the restaurant. He should have named that freaking restaurant. Like if I were Paul, I'd be like, this is Ponderosa's on Malcolm Street. Bunch of jerks. The guy's name was Terry. You know, I'm going personal. I'm getting the guy's name from the restaurant, not just the restaurant. Go to the restaurant. Go find Terry. Tell him you're blind. You know, like now we have a troll thing going on where everyone's walking in with a stick. Is Terry here? And they run into everybody with the stick and poking people in the face with the stick. Oh, goodness. Guys, I try to make comedy out of everything. I know it's a blind scenario, it's tough, but there's something funny here, okay? Everybody's walking in with walking sticks. They're all pretending to be blind now because of this dickaroo that wouldn't allow him in with his service dog. Did you see the leash he has? It says guide dog for the blind on it. It's not like a little thing on the leash. I thought it was a leash where he's like holding like a little limp leash. I'm like, oh look, let me straighten that out for you. So you could read where it says service dog for the blind. It says guide dog for the blind on a huge freaking pamphlet, like a plaque in the middle of this push lever thing. Because clearly he's not walking around with a regular leash. He's got like a handle. This is a real deal guide dog for the blind leash. But look at that. It's on with metal, guys. They put it on with bolts so everyone could see it clear as day. It's the biggest thing on the leash is this big, huge sign that says guide dog for the blind. Unreal. Unreal. So he decided not to name the restaurant, guys. Commenters offered their support saying, pretty sure if you name the restaurant, all the Seattle baddies with service dogs will congregate. Service dogs or not, I'm going in there with a dog and a stick. I'm making up a freaking little, like, I'm writing it on a pencil, like right there. Service dog for the blind, slap it on the side of Fluffy. We're going in there. We're going in there. Another commenter added, we ride at dawn, Mr. Maple, prompting Matthew and Paul to reply, thank you. For more People News, make sure, freaking People News is garbage crap. Guys, you know, but this guy, TikToker, he's blind as a freaking bat. I'm getting a call from Florida. What's that about? All right, hold on a second, guys. This is sometimes what happens right in the middle of the show. It's real estate. I gotta do it.
In front of you, you're looking right through me. Looking right through me. You could see right through me. Could see right through me. You could see right through me. You take a page knows what was written down. It's lost in time. It's lost in someone's mind. Is the information gone forever, or will it come around again? You could see right through me. Write it down.
All right, sorry about that. Gosh almighty.
Covered in a rock.
Gosh almighty. Taking phone calls, real estate. It's always happening, you know? Yeah, so Hilly, I play that hollow, but that's my original Gibson. Is like the first real beautiful guitar I bought. 2000, 2001. And that was before I took the electric up, and now I'm rocking out electric every night. You know? How's everybody doing out there? Thanks for kicking it with me on the comedy news. What is this over here? No. That's better. So the blind man, service dog, kicked out, restaurant, you don't look blind. How do you know, sir? You know, you should know if I'm blind or not based on the service dog leash that I'm holding here, by the way. So that's the story right there. I think people have to do a better job of using their eyes when they're not blind. Like, okay, I'm not blind. Let me check and see if this guy has got a leash or anything that says guide dog for the blind, anything like that. You know what I mean? So, do you hear what's going on with the storms? And there's like a tornado. This is pretty nutty. Watch a Michigan tornado flatten every single tree on the property in 45 seconds. I want to see that. Where do I watch it, though? Because I just see a picture of it. But I want to see it. Where's the video? All right, here we go. See if we can find it. Is this it? What are we dealing with? King Charles delivers second snub to Prince Harry. Another slap in the face, they're saying. I don't know what the hell it is. Are we going to show it, or are we just sitting here? Look at this. This is mental. 3 water spouts spotted in Mobile. That's pretty cool, actually. I don't see it. Thanks for not showing us the thing that you said you'd show us. I want to see it. Tornado damage in Tennessee. Nothing. Tornado survivor buried alive as home collapses on her. What in the freaking hell? That's the unlucky lottery right there. So bottom line, guys, softball-sized hail in Kalamazoo. 176 homes were damaged. How often do we get tornadoes in Michigan? Here it is, guys. Yay. Let's see if this is... Wow. Here comes the tornado. Look at that one standing tree. Did you see that one? That one mini? You know why? It's because there wasn't a lot of weight.
Get instant approval
Yeah,
to lease up to
instant approval. I don't want
$5,000
your
in
instant
furniture,
approval, okay?
appliances,
So guys, that's what's going on in the real world. Puppies left abandoned in airtight feces-filled container at New York gas station. What the fucking hell, man? 5 puppies were found abandoned in their feces this week in a sealed airtight container at a gas station in Westchester. What in the hell is wrong with people? In Bedford, New York, of all places, which is a very nice town. 5 puppies were found. The puppies were found along I-684 in Bedford, whimpering in fear. They were absolutely petrified. Their nails were black and bleeding. They were just a mess. Maddie Weiser, a volunteer at the Adopted Dog Animal Shelter, said Weiser received a call from a New York State Trooper on Monday that a garbage collector went to empty a trash bin at the gas station when he heard the puppies crying. Oh my goodness, they're adorable too. 1, 2, 3. I don't see 6, but he opened the lid and bin and he saw 5 puppies covered in feces and pee. They were wet and it looked like they were in there for 24 hours. 48 hours after these puppies, believed to be pit bulls, were found, 2 of them were already in a foster home, while 3 others are still being cared for by a team at Adopt a Dog in Armonk. We function off of donations. We are a nonprofit, so anything that comes in goes directly to our animals, to our dogs, their care, their enrichment. All 5 puppies, 2 males and 3 females, are up for adoption. In the meantime, the shelter needs funding to help with vaccines, medications, food, and toys for the puppies until they can find a forever home. If you'd like to donate or are interested in fostering or adopting, please click on the links below. Cute puppies. Look at this one over here. You see his little, he's like, does somebody want to play with me? You know? Poor guy. That ain't right. That just ain't right, you know? Oh, goodness. S-Coop, right? Good to see you, S-Coop. Virginia, MJ in the house. Oh, gosh. Guys, these poor puppies just ain't right. Let me just get a better look at those puppies right there. Those are cutie pies. Those are cutie pies, you know? Again, this guy over here. You don't want to play with me? I bet you this is the one that was adopted. This guy was adopted first. So cute. He's like, I just want a dad and a mommy and little kids to play with. And if you piss me off, I'll lockjaw you. Still an animal. Florida man goes 147 miles an hour in a Hellcat to lose troopers. We got to see this one. Is there a video? Oh, I don't think so. You're looking at the wheel over here? I don't think so. Florida truly is a unique place, sort of like California in a way. Both states certainly supply us with no shortage of unbelievable real-world incidents, like this one involving a Florida man pushing his Dodge Charger Hellcat to 147 miles an hour before ending up in the garbage, literally. The whole thing began when Florida Highway Patrol troopers spotted the Mopar muscle car weaving through traffic on I-275 going approximately 110 the morning of April 29th. But when the trooper tried pulling over the suspect, 22-year-old Tavion LeJuan Robinson took off instead. Let's watch this video. As the Hellcat pushed past 130 miles an hour on the interstate, the trooper contacted Tampa Bay Regional Communication Center to have traffic held. Considering that can happen with a collision at that speed, it was a good call to make. In the meantime, Robinson was busy weaving through traffic, so he didn't have time to slow down. Let's see if we can get this. Where's the video? There's got to be a video. Pulling over the suspect. I see like little clips. Links. We're gonna see if this opens it up. TikTok, how you guys doing? Welcome. Join us on YouTube, X or Rumble. Link is in the bio. Is this it right here? You can see this stuff over my shoulder. Pop up. The auto wire. We don't need you. Is this the guy? No, that's from 2023. All right, he thought he got away. I'm not sure which one this is. No, this is back in 2023. All right, so we don't know where it is, unfortunately. Would be nice if we could watch that clip. Clicking one more link to see if it brings us to it. Alleged crash into Florida trooper injuring. Is it the same one? You know, I gotta tell you, everything's slow now. You open up a freaking web browser, 20 seconds. It's like back in Windows 95. I'm dealing with like dial-up again. Why am I dealing with dial-up service? Look at guys. There's nothing going on there. Glenn Raymond, how are you, my brother? There we go. Finally opens up. Let's see what we have here. What? Paralyzed former congressman allegedly crashed into Florida trooper. Let's see. What in the freaking heck with all these different commercials? Oh my goodness, did you see the double-decker commercials? Like they started and then it's like, nah, we'll give you one more. That's a third commercial, guys. I'm not even freaking joking right now. It's not even the one we want to watch. Let's see what this guy has to say. Why isn't the audio working? Hellcat. They're all driving Hellcats. I don't know what the hell happened there. Anyway, guys. This guy clearly crashed his Hellcat, 147 miles. Second Hellcat story of the day. All right, first one was the Jets guy. Florida road rage ends with man shooting pregnant woman. What in the heck is going on? Like, what are we talking about over here? Road rage continues to be a serious problem from coast to coast. One of the most shocking recent examples comes out of Florida when a man opened fire on a pickup truck, hitting a pregnant woman with twins, pregnant with twins. Road rage. It happened in Manatee County on the afternoon of May 5th. The aggressor, 50-year-old Vincent Steele, allegedly was weaving through traffic on Business US 41 north in Palmetto in his BMW. When he caught up with the truck, the victim was riding inside. He tried to pass using the merge lane, but Steele spun out of the soldier on the shoulder and he cut the truck off. His rear bumper striking the front bumper of the truck. That's when the unnamed driver of the truck pulled over to see if Steele was okay. An enraged Steele reportedly ran up to the passenger side and shot up the stationary truck, discharging 7 rounds from his firearm. The 36-year-old pregnant woman was hit 3 times in the lower torso. Now her and her unborn twins are fighting for their lives. This piece of garbage, Steele. If any of them die, Steele will be charged with murder. All this over someone being impatient about passing. Thankfully, the driver, who was reportedly the pregnant woman's fiance, as well as a 9-year-old girl who was riding inside, weren't hit by the gunfire, but Steele is facing 5 counts of attempted murder. Fox 13 says Steele's daughter was present at the first court appearance, explaining that he's a good man. He was just picking up a sick wife from work and said, I'm just going to shoot up these motherfuckers for getting, hitting my bumper. We're not sure what that has to do with his actions because good men don't unload their firearm into a truck full of people just because they got in a crash. That's a very good point. People need to calm down on public roads. Stop treating each other like they're freaking like enemies. Relax. This entitlement by certain drivers needs to come to a close before more innocent lives are lost or altered forever. Look at this freaking guy.
Your skin isn't the same as everyone else's. That's
Another
why
commercial?
Agency designed
Do we have one
Future
more?
Formula.
They give me a
First
double
year at
decker.
5, a pregnant woman and her unborn twins are fighting for their lives following a road rage shooting in Palmetto. Had crashed while trying to pass them on Business 41. Steele now faces 5 counts of attempted murder.
He's the aggressor. He's trying to pass them. He doesn't do it successfully. Accident ensues. He takes out a gun and starts shooting it up. Like, what are we talking about over here? Steven Seagal, bizarre journey from karate movies to the Kremlin. Who gives a crap? Who the hell gives a crap? Kind of over all this insanity. I got to say, it's kind of funny. All these people now, didn't I call this last week? I did the Seinfeld bit. Oh, look at this. I know I don't do politics, but investigation launched into Judge Engren's very troubling chat with lawyer about Trump case. Look at the freaking face on this dude. This freaking smug motherfucker over here with that head. New York State Commission on Judicial Conduct is investigating a conversation between the judge who oversaw the former president Donald J. Trump's civil fraud case and a lawyer who wanted to discuss the case. Attorney Adam Bailey, a high-profile real estate lawyer whose law license was once suspended, told the station he approached Engoron to offer unsolicited advice about the case 3 weeks before Engoron penalized Trump. I saw him in a corner, and I told my client, I need to go. And I walked over and I started talking. And we started talking. I wanted him to know that what I think and why. I really wanted him to get it right. Bailey, who said he is not a Trump fan, said he knew Engoron because he appeared in court before him hundreds of times, and said he explained to him that the law in this case should not be used to shut down a major company. He said a lot of questions, certain cases, went over it. Bailey argued that he didn't think the judge did anything wrong. We didn't even mention the word Donald Trump, Bailey said, but obviously we were talking about the Mets. We weren't talking about the Mets. The judge, through a spokesperson, honestly, no ex parte conversation concerning this matter occurred between Justice Engoron and Mr. Bailey or any other person. Whatever, who gives a crap? These people are all corrupt. They're all corrupt. There's nobody not corrupt in that political, It's like they get in probably with the best of intentions. And then you realize you can't get anywhere unless you're under the thumb of somebody, and these people all just get under, and that's it. That's why this guy is such a threat. You couldn't get your thumb on the Trumper. Right? Illegal migrant accused of snatching young girl had been set loose by feds. There you go, Hector Villanueva. Guatemalan illegal immigrant who is now charged with kidnapping an essay of a young girl had been released at the border into the U.S. on an order of recognizance. We're doing a great job, keeping out the bad guys. Or just letting them all in, I guess, is probably what they're doing a better job of. They're letting them all in. So, guys, that's the news for the day. That is the news for the day. Nothing good. Nothing good in the news ever. I don't know why I do the comedy news. It's like trying to make comedy out of this disgusting world. Everything is just terrible. I mean, even the funny story about the blind guy. Like, making stories about a blind guy not being, being discriminated against as not being blind. It's like these people have nothing better to do. Anyway. Oh, goodness. Like, you want people coming to eat your restaurant? You know what I mean? Guy's got a service dog leash. He's coming in. You want him out. He must be doing really well. Booting people, Oh, goodness. Guys, so I'm not sure about later. Pretty crazy day ahead. But I do have to go and try to sell some real estate. So if you could do me a favor, hit that like, leave a comment afterwards, and I'll try my best to leave something for you today, and probably be back for a second show. Hilly Billy, my friend, MJ, Renee Woods, S. Coop, Virginia, you guys are awesome. Thank you for being here. I hope to see you later. And like I said, it's one of those days today. I got to, awake, and then bowling night as well when I get back. So I'm just not sure exactly what the rest of the day looks like. But thank you for being here. And if you guys can, yes, I wish you many leads today that end up in sales. Thank you so much, S-Coop. I do need that type of positive encouragement and words to go out into the universe and make something like that happen. Got to make a lot of phone calls and start trying to put together some new clients, some new business. So do remember, when you need to buy or sell any real estate, that I can help you. Just ask. I can set you up with a great agent anywhere in the country, or I can work with you personally in Connecticut or New York. So, until later. Thanks, guys, for keeping me. Zebra pick. No, you're not a zebra, but you do have a zebra pick. Zebra wood pick. I'll be rocking with that one. I'm gonna make a bunch of zebra wood picks, I think. Maybe my favorite one. They're so pretty. Zebra wood. You got to go away.